Hi, welcome back. Today I'm drawing a cute sparkly Pikachu in Procreate, step by step, in real time. No time-lapse, no rush. Just a clear, easy walkthrough you can follow on your iPad. Grab your Apple Pencil and let's start sketching. This is the canvas size and color profile. I like to use the Huntsman with blue ink, with blue color. And I'm gonna make a big round shape for its head. One ear like this, the other one like that. I'm gonna move it lower. Then the body is going to be a cute little squishy pillow. Then we have one little hand, the foot, the other one, and the other little hand. We're gonna define the sketch a bit. Try the placement for our eyes. And the cute little mouth. Something like this. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're only sketching. Then we'll do the tail. And our sketch is practically ready. Just defining a few lines. And we can go ahead and ink. I actually would like to make the eyes a bit bigger, wider. And let's erase just a little dot so it doesn't look creepy. And let's make a new layer. Now I like to ink with a pen. I'm liking Elphinstone lately. Let's grab a completely black color, and with Elphinstone I have stabilization on. That's why you can see my spirals and circles look pretty smooth. These are the details of my stabilization here. You can set the amount, the pressure, on streamline and stabilization and motion filtering. This way, when you are inking, the lines will be smoother. The size that I'm doing is 39%. And we're going to go over all of our sketch. It's really easy. We are only doing curves. And if we get a wonky line, we just try it again. And then the tail. Oops, that line was too long. Let's try to always close our shapes, because when we are adding color, it's important that everything's closed so it's easier, that it won't spill everywhere. Let's extend the line of the face here. Let's do the eyes. A little nose. And the mouth. Now we can hide the sketch, and we can go ahead and start coloring right away. Well, let me just clean up those edges like that. Then we add a new layer underneath our liner, and the liner we're gonna select it and set as reference. That way when we're filling in the color, it will follow the limits that we have on our liner. So let's go for a warm yellow. A bit too dark, so I'm gonna make it a bit warmer and lighter. Still, I like it lighter. Better. Let's do the tail. And now let's make it warmer and a bit darker to fill in the little feet. Let's choose that layer and do alpha lock. So now we can do this and it won't go out of what we already colored. But when I'm doing this, I like to change my pen. This one does not have as much stabilization, and that will make it easier to fill in. So I actually would like a bit more contrast, so let's do it like this. Yeah, this will be our shadow. Let's fill in the feet again, the back, and under its belly. Let's try to find the shapes here. And the back of its head, under the ear, under the other ear. And that's the basic shading for us. Now, let's do the markings. Pikachus have very dark on the point of their ears, like so. They have cute little pink cheeks. Very big and round. And with the same shading that I used before, I'm gonna add a few dots here and there, just to give it a bit more detail. Then I think we should do a new layer on top of it, and I'm gonna add the shining of the eyes. Very simple. And for our inking layer, I'd like to alpha lock it, and we're gonna soften the color. So I'm gonna pick the same color for the shadow, make it a bit warmer and way darker. And let's add a few stripes where I think the light would hit more. And it's also just a stylistic choice. It doesn't have to be super accurate. As you can tell, I'm just adding lines here and there. It also gives it a bit of dimension. Then on the tail, the same color, I'm gonna add this here. I was gonna actually paint the tip of the tail like this on this side, but no, it turns out the brown on the Pikachu's tails, it's closer to the body, which is very weird to me because I remember the other way around. Super cute, right? Well, now we only need to make more details. Let's make a simple background. I'm gonna make a simple pinkish background. I'm gonna make a big circle. If we want a perfect one, we only have to do something like that, and something around this size. Make it a reference so we can fill it in. Super easy. But now we're losing our Pikachu a bit, right? We don't want that, so we're gonna make a new layer. This one I like to use Emberesque. You can see not a lot of stabilization there, and I like to use white for this one. I'm gonna make a loose stroke all around our Pikachu. Let me increase the size. Just so it pops. Like this, all around the body. And now it pops. What I like to do too is I'm gonna take this tool here. It's called Street Art. I like the Kwambi one. And let's pick a warm color. And on a new layer, over our coloring layer, we're gonna do this. Actually, let me put it over the line, like that. What are we doing with this one? We're picking highlights. After we do so, we are gonna look for one of these that you like how it looks. I think linear light looks good, especially because it also affects our line art. But we're gonna lower the opacity. Something like this. And I'm gonna change it here to a pinker pink. And if you see on linear light, it affects our line art, and now it doesn't look as dark. We're gonna do another layer. Now we're gonna pick a purplish color because we're gonna go over our shadows. So this side, the underside of Pikachu, and here in the back of the tail. And we're also gonna choose a different color. I'm thinking linear burn. Or something like that, like lightning. I like to play with this until I basically find the one that makes it look more interesting. So in this case, I'm liking linear light because it's giving it a purplish glow without it being completely different. Okay. It's looking very cute now. So on a new layer, I'm gonna add a few details. Let's go back to our pins. Let's go back to Leafy. And let's pick our warm color again. We can also pick directly from Pikachu, like this bright yellow here. And make the brush a bit smaller and start doing this all over the place. So when we're finished, it will look like cute little stars. Let's make some on the very edge too. And then now let's pick a different color. You can also pick from the ones that we have here. So it's easier to have something that harmonizes. And for the last ones, I'm gonna do stars. Because, of course, you can go outside of it too. Then let's pick this one. I want a bit more, a brighter one. Yes. And let's do stars all over the place. So now we have a very sparkly background. And starry too. For the line art, I'll also like to do here. This one is the one that is changing the color here. I want it darker on top of the eye, so I'm gonna delete just the top. And on the same layer that we have the sparkles of the eyes, I'm gonna make a new one, and I'm thinking of a brighter color here, so it looks a bit brighter. And I like to also add texture to the whole piece. So we're gonna go and look for paints and find, I'm liking Achilles for now. So on a new layer, to unify everything, I'm gonna use a light pink. And with the size at the biggest, I'm gonna go and paint over everything we did. You may think that it's just ruining it, but we're going to change the blending mode. So maybe just multiplying, it gives us a bit of texture. Darken also gives us a bit of texture everywhere. Do you see? I'm liking this one. I like it to also be seen on the outside, on the wider part. And this one, I actually like it on normal because it also affects the darker parts. So we're gonna go with something like this. Now, for the finishing touches, we're gonna sign it with Leafy also. And we're gonna do pink on the bottom. I like to sign my name. And I also like to add the year, so I know when I finished some drawing. Oh my god. And that's it. Super easy, and we end up with a very cute result. This is an easy way to draw a cute little Pikachu. If you enjoyed this tutorial, check out my other Procreate lessons, like how to draw a kawaii chibi witch. See you there!